Good day, grade 9. This is day 29. We are going to do a worksheet today. So if you haven't done this worksheet yet, then just press pause and do the worksheet first. This worksheet is all the mixed exercises of equations that we have been doing the past week or so. So it will be asked like this in a test or exam. It will be all mixed. So it's all the different kinds of equations. Okay, so let's start with the first one. The question is solve for x. So number 1.1 says x minus 7, x minus 5 is equal to 3. Then I multiply that out by using the FOIL rule. So it's going to be x times x is x squared, x times negative 5 is negative 5, negative 7 times x is negative 7x, negative 7 times negative 5 is positive 35. Then I can identify that this is a quadratic equation, so I want to bring the 3 over to the other side so that I have 0 on the right hand side. So it is through negative 3 is equal to 0. Okay, now I simplify a little bit. See, it's a quadratic equation, so everything on the left hand side and 0 on the right hand side. I simplify and I get x squared minus 12x plus 32 is equal to 0. Now I factorize that. X minus 8, x minus 4 is equal to 0. Then I set each of the brackets equal to 0 separately and I get x is equal to 8. Or x is equal to 4. Okay, that's the first one. Number 1.2 is an inequality. Okay, it says negative 4 is smaller than 1 minus x over 3 is smaller than 3. Okay, first I'm going to multiply with a 3 everywhere. So it's going to be negative 4 times 3 is negative 12 is smaller than 1 minus x is smaller than 3 times 3 is 9. So I got rid of the fraction. Now that 1 is the next thing that I want to get rid of, so I'm going to subtract 1 on all the sides. So it's going to be minus 12 minus 1 is minus 13, negative x in the middle, and 9 minus 1 is 8. Now I have a negative 1 in front of x that I have to divide everywhere. So the rule is when I divide by a negative, the signs switch around. So I'm going to have negative 13 divided by negative 1 gives me positive 13. The signs switch. X is now positive. And then the sign switches and I have negative 8 on the other side. So x is between negative 8 and 13. And it is excluded. So it has round brackets because there's no equal sign. Now to draw that on a number line, I'm going to draw a line from negative 8 to 13 with open dots and a line in between. Number 1.3. It says negative 4 is smaller than 2 minus 2x is smaller than 6. Okay, so first I'm going to subtract 2 on all the sides. Negative 4 minus another 2 is negative 6. And 6 minus 2 is 4. Now I'm going to divide by negative 2. When I divide by negative, the signs switch around. So I'm going to have negative 6 divided by negative 2 is positive 3. And 4 divided by negative 2 is negative 2. So if I want to write that in interval notation, it will be x is an element from negative 2 excluded to 3 excluded, round brackets, because there's no equal sign. Now I'm going to draw that on a number line. So it's going to be from negative 2 to 3 with open dots. Okay. If you want to look at that again. Alright, now number 1.4. Number 1.4 is bracket x minus 2, bracket 2x plus 1 is equal to x plus 4. First I'm going to multiply that out by using the FOIL rule. So it's going to be x times 2x is 2x squared. X times 1 is x. Negative 2 times 2x is negative 4x. And negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. that, and then I bring everything over to the left hand side, so x becomes negative x and 4 becomes negative 4. And on the other side I will have 0. Why do I want to do that again? Because I see that I have a quadratic equation. When I have a quadratic equation, I want to bring everything over to the left hand side so that I have 0 on the right hand side. Now I simplify a little bit. 2x squared minus 4x minus 6 is equal to 0. And then I divide by 2 right through. So it's going to be x squared minus 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. Then I factorize that. So it's going to be x minus 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. So it's going to be x is equal to 3 or x is equal to negative 1. Number 1.5. Okay, it is 3 and in brackets x minus 3 is equal to 2 and in brackets x plus 1. So then I multiply in 3x minus 9 is equal to 2x plus 2. Now I have x's on both sides of the equation. So I take all the x's to the one side, 3x minus 2x, and all the numbers to the other side, 2 plus 9. 3x minus 2x is x and 2 plus 9 is 11. That's the answer. Number 1.6 is 5 and in brackets x plus 8 minus in brackets 8 minus 3x is equal to 5 minus 3 times in brackets x plus 8. Okay, first I multiply everything in and I get 5x plus 40 minus 8 plus 3x is equal to 5x minus 3x minus 24. So then I simplify a little bit. I get 8x plus 32 is equal to 2x minus 24. Now I take all the x's to the one side and I get 6x and all the numbers to the other side, negative 56. So x is negative 56 divided by 6, and if I simplify that, I get negative 28 over 3. Number 1.7. X minus 5 over 4 minus 3 minus 4x over 9 is equal to 13, and I put that over 1 myself. Okay, so first I see that I have fractions. So I get an LCD. The LCD in this case will be 36. So I have everything over 36. Okay, now I ask myself, what do I do to 4 to get to 36? I multiply by 9. So I'm going to say 9 and in brackets x minus 5. What do I do to 9 to get to 36? I multiply by 4. So it's 4 and in brackets 3 minus 4x. And on the other side, I have 1. To get to 36, I multiply by 36. So it's 36 times 13. And that gives me, okay, so what I do now is I leave out the denominator, because when all the denominators are the same in a equation, then I can leave them out. So I get rid of the fraction. Now I multiply in. 9 times x is 9x, 9 times negative 5 is negative 45. Then negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. Negative 4 times negative 4x is positive 16x. On the other side, 36 times 13 is 468. Now 9x plus 16x is 25x, and on the other side I add the 45 and the 12 on the other side to get 525. Now to get x alone, I divide by 25, so it becomes 21. X is equal to 21. Number 1.8, the last one. X squared is equal to 36. I identify that over here I have a quadratic equation. When I have a quadratic equation, I take everything to the left hand side so that the right hand side is equal to 0. So I have x squared minus 36 is equal to 0. Then I factorize that. It's a difference between two squares. So it's going to be x minus 6, x plus 6. Set them both equal to 0 separately. So it's going to be x is equal to 6 or x is equal to negative 6. Okay, there's another method to do this question. And it looks like this. X squared is equal to 36. Okay, now to get rid of that squared, I can get the square root on the other side. So I say x is equal to positive or negative the square root of 36. Please don't forget that it's always, when I get the square root, it's always positive or negative. So that means x is equal to positive or negative 6. Okay, so x is equal to 6 or x is equal to negative 6. And that's it for today. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask your teacher via email.